Welcome back to the next video effect, which is into the color correction folder, and that's Lumetric color. I've already mentioned that there are a lot to do with Lumetric color, and I'm gonna start it right now in today's session. So you can easily bring Lumetric color on your video, on your clip, for example, but normally you have a kind of option like every other effects that we have brought into the clip or into the video. There will be something like a kind of option like Lumetric color or whatever you've brought into the effect control, into the source panel. And as you can see, there are lots of things like basic correction, creative, curves, color wheels, match, HSL secondary, and different kinds of things that are actually involved in these sections. So instead of here, I have a better option. I have a better suggestions to you, something that I really do and I like that. I do not bring this Lumetric color into the clip or into the video like this. I delete it. There is a window, a workspace in here. So when I open that, there's something like color. When I click it, the Lumetric color options will be added to the left side, to the left bar. You can easily close this, so just you can see the Lumetric color panel on the right side of Premiere Pro. In this part, you can have a better control on all the Lumetric color options, on all the Lumetric color choices on your clip and video, better than the left part into this source part, because it shows that Lumetric color options a little small. It doesn't have a good range for showing all the options of Lumetric color folder. But in here, if I put that in the right side of my Premiere, because it has already a panel for that, a kind of window for that, I can easily bring that by Lumetric color window. If I close it even, and if I press color, nothing comes on. I can easily come to window and to the color parts. Yes, Lumetric color. When I press it, you see that it will be back to the right side of Premiere Pro. So what can we do? Normally you can see that I have taken a clip with my mobile phone. It doesn't have that much quality. I want to change some colors. I want to see how I can give better colors to my skin, to my face, and different other places into the clip or the video or whatever you bring. It may be a picture to your project. So easily, as I told you, you can play with the numbers. You can do anything that you want so that you can be satisfied with bringing all these colors to right, left, increasing, decreasing. It's all on you, but I'm gonna show you what happens first. When you bring a Lumetric color here, there is something like Lumetric scope in here. As you can see, the colors are shown in this place. When I play the video, as you can see, the colors are moving. This shows the spread of all the colors in your clip. It means that I have red this part a lot, I have white here, I have green here a lot. It shows somehow the RGB colors available into my clip and how they are spread. You can easily right click in this area and bring histogram, and then you can see the range of the colors, or you can bring parrot, and then you can see different kinds of diagrams for the color. And as you can see here, it shows that how much my colors are spread and how much they are close to a very specific color. And here you can see red. My video is somehow close to red color more than other options and other colors. So if I do something that I bring all these areas close to each other, I mean, imagine that it's a big star, and if I make this star smaller and smaller so that this big line which is produced in here, and it's close to R, which is for red, if I make it shorter, it would be somehow better for my video. But this is pretty hard, this is pretty tough, and it is necessary for those who are really detailed for their video clip or such pictures or some things like that. But normally in here I can come, and as you can see, let me make this part a bit bigger. We have some input LUT in here. You can choose, for example, Alexa default. As you can see, some change, some colors, some changes are happening on the clip or the video. You can choose Alexa V3. if they satisfy you and they somehow show the result you want, you can normally change these options to anyone that you want. But when I have cold colors in my clip more than warm colors, I can increase the temperature so that I can somehow neutralize those cold color and give somehow a warm scene, a warm shape to my clip or picture or video. And in tint I can decrease so that you see the greenish is becoming more, and when I go to the right, purple color is getting bigger and bigger, it's increasing somehow. And in saturation, as you can see, it brings my clip to white, black and white shape, and if I increase it, it gives a sharpened color and it gives more color to my clip. So easily I can press double click on this square, this is small square, and I can set all the settings back to default. If I double click on these small squares, so they all get back to default. So in here, maybe I see that my video is a bit dark, so it's better to make it somehow brighter, and I can come to this light option, which is exposure part, and in exposure part I can increase, and then you can see that I'm giving somehow like a kind of sunlight or a kind of severe light to my clip in this way. And as you can see in the left part, I mean here, all these colors are changing, as you can see. So if I bring that down, you can see the star is getting smaller and smaller. I told you that the star should be smaller, which means you have a good balance of all the colors. It doesn't mean that you do this and you bring this star like this and you make a very congested amount of colors and then that's it. No, as you can see, my picture or my clip becomes darker if I do that. That means the thing that I told you at the beginning about this part means this, that you just somehow decrease the area of different colors. If you have lots of reds, if you have lots of yellow, if you have lots of green, you can play with these numbers so that you can decrease these amounts of red, green, yellow to the least amount, and then you can have a balance of all the colors for your clip. So as you can see, I can increase my brightness by exposure in the light section into the basic correction of Lumetric color. And as you can see, if the red color, because of my t-shirt, because of my chair, or even here, you can see I have red color more, and when I did that, the other colors are getting more and more, and they are coming close to my red color. If I have red color that much, so I can do a balance like this, and I can bring other colors close to my red amount. Maybe it could be a kind of balancing too, but if that star is big, it must be big in the same range. I mean red, green, every other color. But if it is small or if it is big, all the lines, I mean all of these sections are, which is red, yellow, green, and all of them blue, they must somehow have a balanced way, a balanced amount of color for themselves. If you have red more than others, you can do somehow a balance for other colors except red, or you can decrease red and bring it close to other colors too. So in here, if I increase, for example, the temperature, you can see the color is somehow changing, and I change it somehow white. If I increase the contrast, as you can see, the shape is getting more real. Somehow the picture or clip is getting a real shape to itself. As you can see, if I go back, it's not that much good, the colors are not that much corrected, but if I increase that, you can see it's getting sharper and sharper. And for highlights, it highlights actually the colors into the clip, but I'm not gonna do that because I've already increased the exposure, and that exposure gave me a good brightness for my picture or the clip. And shadows, as you can see, if you play with that, if you decrease the shadows, you see red colors, black colors get a kind of real shape to themselves, and I somehow like it. I told you, it depends on your taste. My taste is this, that for example, if I bring the shadow back the picture or the clip becomes sharper, and this sharpness makes me somehow satisfied with the clip or the picture I'm producing. So you can even work on whites. Again, it increases the white color, and the black increases the black color. I'm not going to do that, but if I decrease black color, again it gives me the thing that I want based on my needs, which is sharpening the picture or the clip and giving me more red and black colors in a better way. So in creative, as you can see, you can play with the colors so you can see what happens. These are somehow similar to the previous video effects. I'm not going to do anything with them. The most important thing I wanted to tell you was in basic correction, you can play with these elements. I mean, temperature, tint, saturation, in light section, black, contrast, exposure, so that you can get a better color of your clip for yourself. And in previous sections you saw that when we brought some other video effects for color onto the clip, that wouldn't give us this amount of option for changing the colors of my clip, for example. Then in creative, you can see you can give every kind of color. You can increase red, green, and different kinds of things, and as you can see, they are somehow changing in here as well. As you can see, again, it depends on you. I'm not going to do anything with that. The tint balance, you see red becomes more if I increase the number. If I come to the curve part, you can see by doing this, the white amount is increasing. Sometimes some video editors do not like to work with basic correction and exposure part. They sometimes come to curves, and in here they just increase the white amount, or if they like, they can increase the red amount or decrease it, or they can choose green and increase green or decrease it. And blue as well, the RGBs are easily changed. It depends on you. For example, if I want to see what I have done for my clip or picture, I can easily take this check, and then as you can see, this is the default setting before bringing these RGB curves. When I click that back, you can see the RGBs are all done. Double click on the lines, you see that they are all getting back to the default settings. So imagine that I want just to decrease or increase the red color, which is my t-shirt. I can easily do that, but you need to know that if you want to do such a thing, you have to just do a mask that I've already put a tutorial for that, how you can mask it, how you can mask a very specific part of your video. I've already talked about it. So you can mask this area and increase the red color, so your red color will be highlighted, or blue, green, it doesn't matter, whatever you want. It can be masked, it can be selected, and then you can do your color settings. We have also something like, let me come down, color wheels and match. As you can see, you can play with the color wheels. That again increases and decreases some colors in your clip. Then you can come to the, we have already talked about all of them, nothing else. HSL secondary. HSL secondary is something that you can do a good thing. For example, this is another option that I really like to play with that. For example, let me hide this layer, and I bring something like a picture here. So as you can see, there is a red t-shirt. There are lots of videos about how to change the color of a t-shirt, which is red or some other colors. I mean the warm colors mainly, but this is somehow explained in red color more. You can change the color easily by this section, which is HSL secondary color, and I'm gonna show you how. Let me make that a bit bigger. Yes. Okay then, so in here you can choose this pencil, whatever, and bring it on the red color. When you click it, then these H, S and L show you that what color is actually selected. If you come to the color gray and you check this box, you see that the reds are selected, but these parts are not that much selected. So what you can do is to come to these three parts and play with the numbers until you get the pure color of your red. Like this, as you can see, if I bring that somehow like this, but I don't want to have these parts, because as you can see, if I increase or decrease, I don't know, if I come to the left, you see that these red colors are somehow coming, which are the skin colors. I don't need them, so I go back and I come here. As you can see now, I'm getting a better red color of my t-shirt, and I can again bring that back. As you can see, you can choose your color like this better. If you go here, as you can see, the reds are somehow chosen better by moving this bar and playing with this mask selection of HSL in HSL secondary. So then you can go back and easily you can change the color in every color that you want. As you can see, change to this or any other colors, you can change that. Now it's pink or purple. In here we have temperature. If you increase it, you see the temperature, the red color is getting more and more. And as you can see, if I come to the blue or any other colors, those red parts are somehow gone. If you play with tint again, you can see that some other special things are happening. If I come to contrast and sharpen or saturation, you can see easily you can do anything you want. So as you can see, I've changed it in a kind of better band. And if you increase the blurriness somehow, you see now the purple is completely replaced instead of the red. So this is what you can do with Lumetric color and HSL secondary. But I mainly work with HSL secondary if I want to show some magics like this. As you can see, I can now change the colors and put some keyframes or even cut the picture or clip. For example, from here I can cut it and give a blue color, and when it goes forward, I can give the next part, which is cut, purple color, whatever I want, the red color maybe. I can change these colors easily, and then I can cut my clip or my picture to different kinds of sections, and I can give different kinds of colors to different kinds of pictures which are cut from the layer actually previously. So that was this with Lumetric color. I do not use HSL secondary, but I found it somehow useful. I found it somehow interesting for those who want to change some colors, especially those who have red t-shirts to other different kinds of colors. And I mainly work with basic correction for changing some specific parts of my video or clip, as you can see in here. So in this case, I can have a better color, better formation of colors into my clips. That's okay for today. So we will continue on 10th video limiter next session, which are all into the color correction section, into the color correction folder, and we're gonna finish color correction folder. So let me tell you something I forgot to tell you actually at the beginning. You may find some of these video effects, some of these elements so easy and useless. So but as I have promised you, I'm gonna bring all of these video effects on the clips to see what they do. I'm gonna cover all of them one by one in a row to see what happens if we have them on our clips, what the effects are. Yes, there might be some useless elements, there might be some easy, very easy, actually, as I told you, useless video effects for the videos, but I'm just covering all to see what happens if you want to bring them on the video. If you want to play them, you may even think with yourself that I'm not gonna need any of them on my video or on my project, so it's not necessary to know them. But as I told you, we are covering them to see what happens on clip. Please subscribe me, like the video if you actually loved it, and hit the notification button for other videos that we're just gonna start for next week. Don't forget to check our website, which is cryptostodium.com. We are just gonna start bringing different GFX downloads or different GFX options for those who want to download templates of Premiere or templates of After Effects, but freely. We have already bought all of them and we want to put them there freely. Actually, we have put some of those Premiere templates there. Thanks for joining Crypto Studio. See you later.